Are you looking to ace that science class or crush an upcoming math exam? Here's an idea. Borrow notes from the smartest person in the class. Donna Hanover tells us how.
What if a big fat notebook from the smartest kid in class could make science and math a breeze? Check out Everything You Need to Ace Science and Everything You Need to Ace Math. Natalie Ledoux is a senior editor in the children's group at Workman Publishing.
One of our senior editors here was going to a parent-teacher conference for her son, who's in the 6th grade, and the teacher said to her, your son would do a lot better if he took better notes. And the parent said, actually, she told everyone in the class the same thing, and at this point I should just be charging a buck and Xeroxing my daughter's notes and giving it out to the class. And that's actually how the idea was born.
The science Big Fat Notebook covers everything from the laws of motion to chemistry to outer space to evolution. And the math one covers everything from fractions to equations to graphs to geometry.
It says here, notes borrowed from the smartest kid in class.
Yeah.
The books really were written by students not so far out of middle school.
We chose students who had aced these subjects in middle school and were now graduating from high school and going into Ivy League schools for that particular major.
And how were they checked for accuracy?
We got some of the greatest teachers in the country to make sure that all the information was there. All of the diagrams were correct. For example, in science, we partnered with Mike Geeson, who's a National Teacher of the Year award winner, and he's a fantastic teacher in Oregon. On math, we had Wida Newton, who's also a Teacher of the Year award winner for Arkansas.
The Big Fat Notebooks use lots of doodles and mnemonic devices.
Here's a great page to turn to, which is about the nomenclature of animals. The mnemonic is, Dear King Philip came over for great spaghetti. And the first letter of each of those words,
D-K-P-C-O-F-G-S.
That's correct, stand for domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Here we have the geological time scale. We have another great mnemonic to remember the order of the eras. Purple pandas make crepes. And that stands for Precambrian, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic. And again, we have these really funny little pandas, purple pandas making crepes, which is so cute and so funny and weird. That is the point of a mnemonic. Make them weird and funny and quirky and, you know, go wild, be creative, because that's actually how the information is going to stick in your head.
In the math Big Fat Notebook, one subject is multiplying with the dreaded negative numbers.
We have this great doodle which shows a positive number saying, you'll never change me, multiplied by a negative number equaling a negative number saying, blast, oh no, you know, you changed me. And that's to show that anytime you multiply a negative number by a positive number, it turns negative. So again, it's including the humor, it's including the personality to make these subjects come alive.
And the books suggest experiments you can do at home.
So what you have here is just a pencil and a glass of water, and when you dip the pencil into the water, you see the pencil looks distorted. It looks bent because the light waves reflecting off the pencil are traveling faster in the air than they are in the water.
In the book, I love this, where it said, this is the same thing that is happening when you're standing in a pool and your legs look short and thick.
That's right.
The Math Big Fat Notebook says that surface area may be easier to understand if you take a cardboard cube and slice it open. In science, kids can come up with their own experiments, like seeing potential energy by building a tower of blocks and kinetic energy by knocking it down.
My tower actually had more kinetic energy than your tower, but only because it was higher.
And renewable energy, like wind, can power a very small car. It turns out adults like the Big Fat Notebooks, too.
We actually are getting tons of feedback from parents who are, concerned about, can I help my kid with their homework? I'm not even sure I remember these subjects myself. When you open these up, they're just so friendly, they're so inviting, they're vigorous with the information, and I think people are really inspired to learn.
What happened to the girl who took the notes originally?
So she did go on to excel academically, and now she's at Yale University.
In addition to science and math, there are Big Fat Notebooks for world history, American history, and English language arts.
We want kids to really have a love of learning, and that's across every subject, not just the subjects that they feel the strongest in, but the subjects where they're like a little bit unsure. We want them to experiment and really enjoy the experience of, you know, not knowing and learning.
So if making science and math add up to fun is an experiment you can get behind, the big fat notebooks are likely to be a breakthrough. I'm Donna Hanover for Science and You.